For a movie that is a ripoff of The Exorcist, this is actually a pretty good ripoff. The Quiet Ones, directed by John Pogue and given to us from Hammer Horror Studios. This is the studios that gave us all the horror movies that starred Christopher Lee as Dracula. Those were all Hammer Horror. This movie is set in 1974, and when you read the date, the middle number is actually the month and the first number is actually the day. So that got a little bit confusing for me because I'm used to the day being the middle, but obviously the British do that a little differently. Yeah, this movie is set in Britain and stars Jared Harris as Professor Joseph Copeland. He is trying to prove that the supernatural doesn't exist, and anyone that says they're possessed, they're just mentally ill, and any manifestations that people say is supernatural is probably telekinesis or something. He's trying to come up with a scientific explanation for anything and everything that people that say can't be explained. It must mean that ghosts exist or possessed people exist in this case. And he's got a girl that believes she's possessed, Jane Harper, played by Olivia Cooke, who is very good in the movie. I really did like her in this film. And Sam Cleflin from Hunger Games, he is in this. He played Finnick in the Hunger Games movie, Catching Fire. And in this movie he plays Brian McNeil. He's the camera guy in this movie that is filming this. This is partially found footage, partially not. And I did like the parts that were found footage because they show the found footage very grainy, very much feels like 1970s when you see the found footage parts. So that I did like. And a lot of the way they make it look like the 70s, that part was really, very good too. And then we have the horror cliche seductress, Chrissy, played by Erin Richards. Every horror movie's got to have a hot woman in it, even though Olivia Cooke is actually pretty hot herself. We gotta have a sexy seductress in the movie. And we have a cool kid, Harry, played by Rory Fleck-Bryne. And these two are also part of the paranormal investigation team. And Professor Copeland loses his funding. He's forced to go to this house off campus to continue his investigations in a secluded area. And Brian begins to fall in love with Jane. Uh-oh, not very smart there, fall in love with a girl that believes she's possessed by a demon called Evie. And the movie is pretty good despite the horror movie cliches they do throw in this, and a lot of times the scares are accompanied with loud noises. Yes, we have a lot of loud noises for a movie that's called The Quiet Ones. So there's that, but I didn't end up hating this movie despite that. And I did find it pretty suspenseful. The chemistry between Brian and Jane was very good. The acting from Jared Harris, of course Jared Harris is very good. He's a very good actor anyway. He was Moriarty in the second Sherlock Holmes that starred Robert Downey Jr. as Sherlock. So yeah, he's a great actor. The movie has like a couple of twists in it that I didn't totally predict, so I did like that. And it's better than Oculus was. So I'm going to give this movie a C+. It's still a rental, but it's a very good rental, and that's all I got to say about The Quiet Ones.